Hello and welcome to Community Report on Channels TV. Our ride this week takes us to one of the oldest settlements in Igbo land. And today, owing to its strategic position in history, Awka is the capital of Anambra State. Awka is notable as the birthplace of blacksmiths, which was responsible for the creation of farming implements in the eastern region, including other metal objects like Dane gun used for protective purposes. We bring to you our visit to what is remaining of that historic place and how the vocation has survived generations. This is the story of the famous metal craftsmen of Awka. Stay tuned. I'm your guide, Olu Phillips. Like the sound of music arranged in staccato beat, with back bends and besieged by the blazing fire and the heat it transmits, this is the reality of the everyday life of the master craftsmen from Awka. History has their back, predating colonial days and beyond. They go back in time, especially with their contribution to the agrarian abilities of the Southeasterners.
The art of blacksmithry has a long history in this part of Anambra. You know, you remember the Boku and all those areas around here. Centuries and generations of craftsmen have come and gone. We are challenged these days to know that the enthusiasm is not what it used to be. Many of the guilds, because they have guilds, many of the guilds, age has taken its toll on the men, and the motivation to remain in that guild where a lot of hard work, fireworks, you know, there's no modernization yet in what we're doing in terms of the heat, the bellows and all that. So many of the young men have not been incentivized to stay there.
The blacksmith is very nice, but it's a hard job. But we do it. We have been doing it and getting a lot of things like building houses and training our children to school and doing a lot of things for a living.
People look at what will give them income. Incidentally, it gives a lot of income, but what has happened is that the mode, if you like, the workshop is so antiquated, it's so physical, the heat, you know, and the leg work. We need to bring modern technology to follow the ancient crafts, because the designs are ancient, but the fire and the heat and all that have not been ameliorated. So people are really worried.
Their craft skills go beyond what the brain can conceive and interpreted with the hands. What you may not know is that every detail, which though appear obscure, is enough information in producing already conceived items. For instance, the color of a burning piece of metal, whether red, yellow, or white, are all indicative of what next to do, when to come down with the hammer or the anvil, and when to cut to desired shape or size. This is a skilled labor. Their workspace is not for the faint-hearted, perhaps a working definition of the table of men.
Everybody can do blacksmith. Calabar people is here, Enugu State people is here, Abakaliki Ebonyi State people are here doing blacksmith. Everybody can do it. When you come for a start, you start like you will be learning the work like 4 years before you will start your own. When you start your own, you do it like 2 years before you enter meeting. That is registered by the federal government under Corporate Affairs Commission.
Keeping a date with them, you can clearly tell of the makeshift rust-caked zinc roof which provides protection for their equipment and their bare bodies when hard at work. There are no molding machines, no computers to calculate production processes, no fitting machines, etc. Your hands must be diligent to do. It's an all manual processes, but interestingly, everything metal bows to them and they can cut to whatever shape or size and design to predetermined tastes. The story of the blacksmiths from Awka is an interesting one. Some of the products coming from this den of artistry include hoes, machetes, metal traps, diggers, musical instruments like the gongs, fetters, spears, metal gates. The list just goes on. For every metal craftsman, the forge is a necessary device for the work to happen. It uses charcoal as fuel. The forge is the chamber or fireplace where the iron is heated to a point that it allows it to be fabricated to purpose. From generation down to generation, The act has become handed down and has become more hereditary than a skill or vocation acquired by anyone who so desired.
Blacksmith is from origin. It comes from our forefathers as an inheritance. I inherited from my father, and my father inherited from our grandfather.
Ironically, the long history would have been thought to be an advantage, bearing in mind the advancements in science and technology, but that is obviously not the case with this age-long job by the craftsmen of Awka in Anambra State.
This culture of blacksmithing in Awka is a long-standing culture. It's been there over the years, generations past. But today, looking at what is happening in the society, maybe because of the technology and scientific nature of the society, the trade is going into extinct. But I would say that to make this not to go into extinct, the government will make it attractive, make it to attract the youths, because we are now talking about extinction of a culture, and culture is our tradition transmitted from generation to generation. So we need to transmit this culture to the youths, to the upcoming generation. We'll do that by looking at where this blacksmithing is being done, the structures that are there, the furnishing of the place, and if the government can assist and put this in place for the blacksmiths, particularly assisting them by forming them into cooperatives. When they are there in cooperatives, they can even access loans from the government.
Government have not do anything for us, even to provide machinery for our job, the lathe machine, the drilling machine, and even road that we used to be carrying our goods out of the state. We don't have road where we are working now, and we are asking government to help us to provide a better site for us where we should be exhibiting our products and our goods.
I know you come on welele yiga agbata anyị nzute maka ọlụ anyị na-alụ, because anyị na-atazi nnekwu abụ taazi alụ abụ oke ma iwe du ka nji na-eji akọtụ iwe ma onye godi na site ndị gọọmenti amalụ nye na anyị loan anyị wee na-egote ihe material anyị ji alụ ọlụ na nke nwa anyị nọba bụ ike keta orie akpọta echimachi emeni iwe ma gọọmenti gbata anyị zụta anyị na-arịọ ọbụna gọọmenti gbata anyị zụta ọ ga-enyela anyị aka anyị wee kwara nka kpụwa ụzụ wee zụọ n'ụmụazị mee na ụzụ adụgharịa onye na-agbagodila ụzọ ọsọ ọchị na ego dị n'ụzọ bịa mụwa ụzọ mana nke nwa bụ onye na-akpụ ụzụ abịa mgbe enwe n'iwe aghachi na gọọmenti merie